Hey everybody, Joseph Rothschild here, aka and we are back with another Twitter thread. You know, we film these live if you want to swing by. Or if you don't, I mean, that's fine too. No, that's okay. I just thought maybe if you weren't doing anything, we could... Anyway, today we're talking about good Yu-Gi-Oh things. Usually, when I load up a Twitter thread, we all whine and harangue about this game that we spend about 30 hours a week thinking about. But today I want to talk about one of the celebratory things that's happened recently. Yu-Gi-Oh has released a set called Rarity Collection, and in it is included about 80 of the best cards from Yu-Gi-Oh's history, some of which still command an obscene price point. And all the cards in this set are incredibly easy to pull and incredibly shiny. It is a huge boon to budget players or to anyone who's trying to pick up staples in cool foilings, and it is a contender for the best Yu-Gi-Oh product of all time. So I asked you, what are its rivals? Let's see what you all came up with. The Master Duel Battle Pass.
Fortnite Battle Pass.
It gives back the gem cost, so it's basically free stuff. It lasts long enough that even people who don't play a ton can finish it. Even if every game is going to do one, I'm happy ours is the most fair. It is crazy that the Battle Pass contains as many gems as it costs to buy it, and can be finished in like 20 total games. Rise of the Duelist, the only set I've ever bought a case of, no regrets. Droplets, Talents, Dogmatica, Fool, Strenna, IDP, Schism, Diameter, and Chaos Ruler. Many of these cards skyrocketed in place down the line. Just an unbelievably good set overall. The thesis holds. Green sets are crazy. Let's go, baby. A Luber Sweep. Woo! So, yeah, the branded structure was really good. It's the first product in a while in which you can buy 3 structures and basically have the whole thing. The only problem was that it didn't have branded in red or Masquerade, which ended up being like $30 and $50 cards for no reason. Oh yeah, and a Luber. Last time I bought a product in bulk, I was able to make so many decks out of this. Too bad the November list smacked the good decks in the tins. Probably the correct answer. Duel Devastator was mentioned for having guaranteed contents, but I'd also like to mention its cheaper price point. I was in high school when this came out and was able to afford a box and the singles in it. That is not the case for Rarity Collection. Dude was crazy, but wait, you were in high school? Oh my god, they could be out of college now. The Nightmares, Infip, Red Reboot, World Legacy Succession, so many cards seeing frequent play to this day. The set was good, but it wasn't good for Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards get banned or power crept, but this still sees play today more than 20 years after its release. The best Yu-Gi-Oh! Product ever. It's crazy that this game is as bad as it is, and people still enjoy playing it. Nothing actually competes with a second Haunting in terms of making the game affordable. Ghost from the Past 2 is very good, reprinting rogue strats, staples like Hulk, Mega Ryza, the only thing making Flu expensive. It's a cheap budget option that's still relevant today. Remember special editions? They were my favorite back in the day. 3 packs and a promo always feels better than opening pack by pack or the box. Soul Fusion was my favorite, but also one of the last. I wish these came back. I also liked that they could inject a card a little too early. I remember Roxy's was a special edition card. These were also great for prizing as someone who runs tournaments. You know, you want to give someone something that isn't super expensive, but doesn't just feel like here's $10. This set was certainly potent. At the top end, you have 2 decks that are still contenders, one of which created the best format the game has ever seen. Absolutely correct. Strong staples in Kurikar, Ultimate Slayer, and the deck made Exo playable, Morphtronic, Vernisylph. Power of the Elements is in the running for the greatest main set of all time. It's up there with Duelist Alliance for sure. Too many people are putting in Pote and Duelist Alliance, so I'm giving you extra content instead of a real answer. This set introduced Yu-Gi-Oh! To a whole new summoning mechanic, and said new summoning mechanic was stacked with great cards in the set. Duelist Genesis revolutionized Yu-Gi-Oh! And turned it into what we enjoy today, and I will always, always hold a special place in my heart for this set for that reason. Unfortunately, the cards in this set were so strong that now when they release a new type of summoning condition, they have 3 sets of dog water before they feel like printing anything as competitive as Stardust Dragon was at time of release. Shouts out to the insane run Konami had from 2017 to 2020 with meta-defining structures. After Shadow, there really wasn't a worthwhile structure until 2022 when Albaz showed up. Dino Smasher's Fury, Soul Burner structure, Order of the Spellcasters, Shadow Showdown, missing late 2016's Monarch structure as well. There was a time when every year there would be 1 or 2 structures you could buy 3 of and just make a competitive deck. It has to be Dual Overload, hit the meta with the impact of a nuclear bomb, gave us all the Vrains pack cards, reprinted a bunch of staples. 5 cards from this set are banned. I remember when this set first came out, people were like, I don't actually think Verte is that good compared to the other nonsense in here. Hanzoten. It's unbelievable that the cards were split up in this way, but the Hanzo tin had Maxi Tour Guide, Shockmaster, and Rescue Rabbit in it. What the heck? That's every good card. Judgment Force and Duel Links, one of the best sets, having Lightsworn, Lunalight, Orchist, and some other great cards. Most cards in this set saw it play for years to come. Fun fact, this came over a little over a month when Harp Horror got banned in the TCG, and it was in this set. While not ideal initially for one's wallet, this set has been insane since launch and has cards that see play today. I played at launch, and I remember this set being crazy then. From Dark Arm Dragon warping an entire meta to Armageddonite and Dark Grepher, this set changed Yu-Gi-Oh! In all the best ways. Loved it when it first came out, and love it now for nostalgia reasons. Phantom Darkness. The Gold Sarc Megatin is what really made TOS so great. Every single meta deck core reprinted for an affordable price, a lot of the best staples of the format, and the best promo pack of all time, including Nibiru, Dark Ruler No More, and Dimension Shifter. Not to mention you could get a double if you were lucky enough. This was the high mark for the Megatins, in my opinion, and unfortunately has not been reached since. A real answer, I think this may be the most important product. This combined with the Rarity Collection serve as potentially the best entry to the game in years. Really excited for the two-player starter set. I think they're absolutely onto something, making people play a scripted duel rather than like fumble through cards they don't really understand before digging into the stuff in the set. I think it got delayed till what, like February, November? Regardless, once this comes out, I hope it will be a game changer. This tin has been close to the previous tin in terms of playable cards contained within it, but I'm not going to pretend that it can hold a candle to the Gold Sarc tin. I mean, look at the damn thing. It looks like shit. Honestly, I really like all the Battles of Legends sets. I know it might be cringe to admit. I think it's cool when the cards get a nice high rarity reprint. And I appreciate that they are kind of a way to sneak really expensive cards back into the game. They feel great to open. I love the Battles of Legend sets. I mean, the classic set completely changed the game forever in terms of mechanics and design philosophies. At a bare minimum, it is one of the most impactful products ever. I think of Yu-Gi-Oh! In terms of three eras. Pre-edition of Synchros, which I refer to as the boring-ass era. Synchros to Duelist Alliance, and then Duelist Alliance to now. I mean, this set was an epoch for Yu-Gi-Oh! And really transformed it into the style of gameplay that we play today. Like, Burning Abyss feels the way a deck does then now. This actually might be the right answer. If you were a kid at the height of Yu-Gi-Oh!'s popularity, this was the coolest thing ever made. I remember this retailing for like 20 bucks. Like, that's crazy, right? When they reissued it, it retailed for 150. This is bar none the best Yu-Gi-Oh! Product ever released. Truly, only the greatest minds at Konami could come up with such a revolutionary and life-changing item. We are blessed to even live in the same world as them. I have this thing, and I just haven't put it together. I'm like, nah, I'll get to it later. What I've learned from this is that Yu-Gi-Oh! Doesn't frequently get Ws, but when we do, we remember them forever. Hopefully, Rarity Collection will be remembered alongside the likes of Duelist Alliance, and not alongside the likes of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Funko Pop. A structure deck so good my local sold it for $65! And it's still sold out.